Hello and welcome. Today we are starting a series where I take the math behind game development and make it actually make sense visually and intuitively. And we're kicking off with vectors. By the end of this video, you will understand how something so simple powers every part of game development, from enemy AI to defining fields of views. So, what even is a vector? Say you're here and you're told there's an object 5 meters away. Okay, but that information isn't complete because the object could be anywhere in a 5-meter radius. What you really need is a direction. In this case, 3 meters right, 4 meters up. Now you know exactly where to go, and you walk in a straight line straight to the object. That straight line is your vector. The horizontal part is x, the vertical is y, and the arrow itself is the hypotenuse of the triangle they form. 2 numbers, 1 direction, 1 distance. The magnitude of a vector is just how far the vector is from the origin. Here's the formula and why it works. If you draw squares on each side of the vector, Pythagoras proved those 2 squares combine into 1 square on the hypotenuse. The length of that combined square is your magnitude. Notice how squaring always gives a positive result. So magnitude is always positive. It is just the distance. Direction information gets thrown away completely. Now we know how to get just the magnitude of a vector, but sometimes we need just the direction, like when calculating which way a character is facing. This is where normalization comes in. Think of it like laying a ruler along your vector. We want to find the point where the length is exactly 1. By dividing your vector by its own magnitude, we shrink it down to a unit vector. Direction stays the same, length becomes 1. The cool thing is, if you take any vector pointing in the same direction, long or short, they all normalize to the exact same point. Adding vectors is just following a chain of instructions. Move along vector A, then use that ending point as the start for vector B. Mathematically, it's just adding the x's and the y's. Subtraction is where it gets interesting for gameplay, but let's take a moment to understand an important distinction between position and direction vectors. Position vectors say where something is, while direction vectors say which way something is facing. They look identical, but they mean completely different things. An enemy can move to a new position while still facing the same way, or stay still and rotate. In Unity, this is transform.position versus transform.forward. Same data type, but completely different meanings. Say an enemy needs to know which way is the player from me. Both positions are vectors from the world origin, but we want the direction from the enemy. So, player minus enemy. Subtract each component. Now we have a vector that originates from the enemy and points towards the player. Normalize it, multiply it by movement speed, and now your enemy walks towards the player at exactly the right pace every frame. Okay, this is the one. If there's a single operation you need to understand in game development, it's the dot product, and it's simply a measure of how much 2 vectors agree. The formula is beautifully simple. Just take 2 vectors A and B, multiply a.x by b.x, multiply a.y by b.y, and add them together. That's it. That's the entire formula. When components are facing the same direction, their products are positive, and the total of the dot product goes up. When they fight, one is positive and one is negative, so the total drops. Another way to think about it uses a bit of geometry. If we make both vectors have the same length by normalizing, and we remember cos theta in a right angle triangle is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, we can see cos theta is the x-coordinate of B. Hence, for normalized vectors, the dot product equals the cos of the angle between them. Just another visualization, so we really internalize how the dot product can only reduce if the corresponding components of two vectors have different signs, meaning they are facing different directions. Now let's take everything we've learned so far and build a field of view system. Say your enemy has a 90-degree field of view. That means they can see anything within 45 degrees either side of the direction they are facing. The question is the player within this cone? Cos 45 is approximately 0.707. That's our threshold. We take the dot product of the enemy's facing direction and the direction from the enemy to the player, both normalized. If the result is greater than 0.707, the player is within 45 degrees. So that wraps up Introduction to Vectors. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there are any more things you'd like visualized or explained. See you in the next one. Thank you.